evening and thank you for joining us on BeeTv Major News at 6, reaching you live from Benin City, the Edo State capital. My name is Evelyn Izibili, and now to the news in details. In a continuing effort to curb kidnapping in Edo State, the state government on Friday stormed a major hideout used by kidnappers in Eastern Northeast local government area, Edo Central Senatorial District. The task force during the operation cleared abandoned structures and thick bushes along the Uze-Itakpe railway corridor in use by kidnappers. BeeTv News Best Orator has details.
You don't hear me record that one.
The exercise was led by the task force against kidnapping, aimed to eliminate criminal hideouts and improve visibility for enhanced security surveillance. Special advisor to the Governor of Security, Mr. Ahireport, described the area as a notorious transit point for kidnappers operating along the railway axis, Esan Forest, and parts of Esako West. He explained that criminals use the abandoned structures as temporary hiding camps for their victims before relocating them. He also said that the kidnappers kidnap people, they take them to the hideout, rest, and then move them to other locations, including Itakpe in Kogi State and Ama community in Esako West. He also explained that the area have been a hotspot for kidnappings affecting both the wealthy and poor, including farmers who use the same route.
We are here because of all those kidnappers to bring this hideout where they are hiding their victim. So this is the railway land they are following. If they kidnap this Uzea, if they kidnap in this area, they will bring it to that building. And this is the hideout where they are keeping the victim. We will not rest until kidnapper is zero tolerant in Edo State.
The commander of the task force, SP Michael Netoro, emphasized that intelligence reports and recent arrests informed the demolition exercise. He said the DPO covering the area and the local government authorities have investigated, and findings confirmed that the location is a strategic point for kidnappers. They ambush victims, and if moving them immediately is not feasible, they hold them in the demolition location before proceeding. He noted that the abandoned houses and dense trees serve as their operational base. He further assured residents that security agencies would sustain the crackdown on criminal elements to restore safety in the area.
To add little to what SL Security have said, before coming here today for this demolition, the DPO covering this area, even the Ati local government have done their various investigations, coupled with the Fulani that were arrested yesterday at Uzea here. This is a very notorious place for them. This road leads to Ama. This is Uzea Olili Road to Ama. It's a notorious place. You can see the railway on yourself. So when they pick somebody from here, they lay ambush here, picks. If it's not convenient for them to follow this road to Itakpe, this railway lead to Itakpe, the other one to Warri. If it's not convenient for them, they use this harder, this old house for safekeeping till the next day before they proceed, for some hours before they proceed. That is why the government have decided today we bring down these buildings. At least once these buildings are no longer there, I think it will discourage them, because there will be no longer hideout for them to stay before moving to Itakpe or whatever they are taking to Kene. I think that's the reason we are here today.
Meanwhile, some residents who prefer to remain anonymous confirmed that the abandoned structures and overgrown vegetation had long served as hideouts for criminals, allowing them to monitor potential victims before launching attacks. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
A group of concerned women from Edo State have called on the senator representing Kogi Central Senatorial District, Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, to humble herself and apologize to the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, and Nigerians for dragging the name of the nation in the mud. The woman gave the charge during a peaceful protest to the Edo State Government House. BeeTv senior reporter Best Orator has details.
Any woman will not get manner, enough fit marry.
Led by the All Progressives Congress senatorial woman leader for Edo South, Honorable Barrister Itonha Osahon, the women were received by the Secretary to Edo State Government, Barrister Musa Ihilo, on behalf of the Governor, Senator Monday Okpebolo, who was out of the state on an official assignment. Speaking, Honorable Osahon said they, as concerned women of Edo State, are not comfortable with what is going on at the Red Chamber of the National Assembly because Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan is not the only woman in the Senate, and the Senate is not about about sexual harassment. They said she was suspended because she violated the rules of the Senate and she's manipulating the whole issue against the Senate President, Senator Godswill Akpabio. They said they do not want her to abuse the opportunity given to her to serve her people in Kogi State.
The issue of Senate is not about sexual harassment. That is not about the suspension of Natasha. There have been other women in the Senate before. She's not the first woman to be there. The issue why she was suspended because she violated the rules of the Senate for which she was suspended. So for her to come up and manipulate the whole system, to transform it as if women are being harassed sexually, it is not so. We are here to make it known that Senator Natasha was suspended for the disobedience of the Senate rule.
The protesters said the Nigerian First Lady was once a senator and was there for years, and such issue was not experienced, and there have been many other women in the Senate and House of Representatives, and no issue of sexual harassment have been reported. They maintain that Senator Natasha has been suspended for 6 months for disobeying the Senate rules, not for sexual harassment, and traveling around the world, disgracing the country, making Nigerian laughingstock and making a whole lot of noise about the issue will not be tolerated, and called on her to apologize to the Nigerian Senate.
And make it impossible for other women to be given opportunity to get to that height. There have been women before, notable women, even the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. There was never such issues. Other women have been there. We have Senator Kingibe. There are many other women that have been to the Senate, and none of them has ever come up with this claim. And the manner in which she's carrying this shows that she's against this country. Because she's going abroad, going everywhere, going to every nook and crannies. Even if you have problem in your house, do you go about shouting in the streets to make your problem solved? If she has erred in the Senate, let her come straight and say, I apologize for my wrongdoing. And not by turning the whole thing around because I'm a woman, I can say I'm sexually harassed, then I will get sympathy from the public. That is not accepted.
The president, senior citizens of Edo State, Mrs. Rosemary Elawere, said the women embarked on the peaceful protest in support of Senate President Godswill Akpabio. She said Senator Natasha lied against Senator Akpabio and that she was not the only senator whose seat was changed in the red chambers. She said senior citizens do not support things that will not bring progress and development to the country, and that the Edo women are in support of the Senate President, Senator Godswill Akpabio, who has a very beautiful and intelligent wife who is humble and respectful, and urged Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan to be respectful and obey the rules of the Senate.
I come to tell people that what Natasha is doing is very, very bad. We are not supporting her at all because we know it's a lie. We don't support bad things at all. We repair. Yes. We are with Akpabio 100 times. We are with him because he lied for her. Natasha, make the teller, make get manner. I pray for Natasha to go jail. I may go apologize to Senator President Akpabio. I make apologize to all the Senate and the House of Rep and the House of Assembly.
Receiving the women, Secretary to Edo State Government, Barrister Musa Ihilo, commended them for a peaceful protest and for expressing themselves freely, noting that women are big stakeholders in Edo State. He noted that the National Assembly is for all Nigerians and thanked the women for adding the voices to the issues concerning Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan and the President of the Senate. He said the issue is all about the rules and regulations, and anyone who disobeys them should face the consequences. He said women are fighting for bigger issues facing them, and Senator Natasha can not serve as the stumbling block stopping women from progressing. Barrister Musa Ihilo said Senator Godswill Akpabio has made a distinguished career in public service and they have confidence in him and his ability to manage the red chambers. He said the Senate is not a place for content creation and distractions, but for serious-minded people, maintaining that information should not be manipulated or distorted, as Nigerians know what is happening in the Senate and cannot be deceived again.
For coming to state some of your concerns and grievances. You know, we are here for Edo people. And without women, there will be no nation. No. So you are a very big stakeholder in this state. And you have come here to make a very strong point on what is going on at the center. And considering that the National Assembly is an assembly for all Nigerians. Yes. You people are also Nigerians. You have come to also add your voice to what is going on, because it has become very, very disturbing. Your leader already stated, we are very much aware. All of us, we watch TV, we see what's happening. What's happening for Senate, was about rules and regulations. It was about the Senate rule, of sitting position and all that. Now, if the rule is disobeyed, the law already says what should be done. He is going to carry this message very strongly to different quarters at the national level, at the villa, amongst the governors' forum, and so many other fora, including the Senate chamber. Get this message, pass it to the executive governor, and the executive governor will act on the message and convey it to the appropriate quarters so that your concerns will be addressed and addressed appropriately. Amen. Thank you very much.
The women asked Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan to apologize to the Senate, House of Representatives, as well as State Houses of Assembly in the country. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
In a proactive bid to enhance road safety, reduce congestion, and promote responsible driving practices, Professional Drivers on Wheel (PDOW) joined forces with the National Union of Road Transport Workers (NURTW) and the road transport employees to launch an awareness campaign at King Square, popularly known as Ring Road in Benin City. BeeTv News gives Ugboy reports that the campaign was to engage drivers, commuters, and the general public on the importance of safe and orderly traffic flow. The report.
The campaign for road safety and compliance to traffic rules commenced at Ring Road, where the Professional Drivers on Wheel led an awareness campaign to promote safety and responsible driving practices. The association decongested traffic at the Upper Market Road and King Square. Speaking during the exercise, George Achenwe, the Secretary of the Professional Drivers on Wheel, emphasized that the initiative was conducted under the directive of the National President, Comrade Adams Ehi, alias Shaba, and in accordance with instructions from the Governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okpebelo.
Professional Drivers on Wheel.
Say no to oppression.
Say no to oppression.
All drivers on wheel.
This exercise when we dey do, not be today we start them. It don't take when our president, Comrade Adams Ehigiamusoy, aka Shaba, it don't take when he give us marching order. Say every day we must do what they call sanitization of Ring Road, of Ted, New Benin, Ikpobahil, even up to Ugbawo. That's what we dey do them. And today we come Ring Road now. Come make sure say we sanitize Ring Road. If you look am now, you go see say Ring Road now. It dey very clear. Not be only we dey here. Other unions still dey with us here, like Ritian and National, but we spread them. We spread our body. Now so we'll continue to do them because we want to say Ring Road dey very, very beautiful, and it go dey a free flow of traffic. Now it make us dey here today. We dey here today till 4 p.m.
Addressing the public, Comrade Osarity Obaretin, chairman of the National Union of Road Transport Workers, reaffirmed the union's unwavering commitment to supporting the government in ensuring road order and public safety.
I'm here on behalf of my state chairman. He asked us to come out here today to sanitize the Ring Road environment, to make sure that the area is peaceful and calm. So we are here to do the work the way the citizen of Edo will like it. As you can see, the Ring Road area now is very clear and it's fine. We are ready to support the government. We are ready to work with the government to make sure that every area is peaceful and calm. Up national.
Progress.
Progress.
National.
The chairman of the road transport employees also pledged that the organization will continue to work tirelessly towards promoting road safety and order, emphasizing that their unwavering commitment to the critical cause, no matter how long it takes.
Up road.
Super.
Up road.
Majority.
Up road.
Unity and progress.
We are here at Ring Road to make sure we sanitize everywhere according to the governor of Edo State, what he said. So to God be the glory. You can see, when you look around me, you see up-road members, other members are here, national and road drivers, professional drivers on way. But to God be the glory, no casualty, everywhere is cool and calm.
Today, we thank God for a good day today to make sure everywhere is cool and calm. We are going to continue this tomorrow, next tomorrow, till Mama's call. To God be the glory.
The collaborative efforts between the Professional Drivers on Wheel, the National Union of Road Transport Workers, and the Road Transport Employees marks a significant step towards promoting road safety and responsible driving practices in the state, especially in Benin City. Gifts Uwagbo reporting for BeeTv News.
The Director General of the Edo State Migration Agency, Honorable Lucky Agazuma, led a high-level delegation to the Embassy of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in Athens, Greece, for a strategic meeting with Ambassador Ayoluta Ogbomode. BeeTv News Best Orator reports that this is to address key migration challenges affecting Edo indigenes and Nigerians abroad while fostering diplomatic collaborations to enhance migration management.
Today, I'll be meeting with the Nigerian ambassador to Athens to discuss the positive and possible collaboration. And we are here to move to quickly discuss with the ambassador.
The visit to the Embassy of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in Athens, Greece, by the Edo State Director General of Migration Agency, Honorable Lucky Agazuma, had in attendance Prince Charles Edonoje, Chairman ISA Community, Dr. Alex Osarogie, PhD consultant and researcher with EKE at the National and Capodistrian University of Athens, and current Continental Financial Secretary of Nigeria in Diaspora Organization Europe. The key point of the meeting and subsequent outcomes is a call for support for Edo citizens who are unjustly imprisoned abroad. The Director General Edo State Migration Agency, Honorable Lucky Agazuma, highlighted concerns regarding Edo indigenes who are unjustly incarcerated in foreign prisons. The discussion explored diplomatic avenues for legal assistance, advocacy for the rights, and potential repatriation efforts where necessary. The delegation raised concerns about the increasing number of Nigerians stranded in Libya, Tunisia, Morocco, and other African countries. Collaborative efforts were discussed to facilitate their safe return and reintegrated into the society. Also, both parties agreed on the need for a safe migration program to be organized in Greece and Edo State, aimed at educating Edo indigenes and other Nigerians on legal migration pathways, rights protection, and the risk of irregular migration. The meeting addressed the challenges associated with the document authentication for Nigerians in Greece. It was agreed that Nigerian documents should be authenticated directly at the Nigerian embassy in Greece rather than being sent to the Greece embassy to streamline processes and enhance efficiency. Meanwhile, Ambassador Ayoluta Ogbomode praised the Edo State government for its proactive stance on migration management through the establishment of the Edo State Migration Agency. She commended the agency's achievements in curbing irregular migration and supporting Edo citizens abroad. And to further enhance migration collaboration, the ambassador facilitated connections between the Edo State Migration Agency and Nigerian ambassadors in Libya, Italy, and other migration-prone countries. Additionally, the agency was linked to relevant government offices in Nigeria to strengthen migration management efforts. In a related development, the Director General Edo State Migration Agency, Honorable Lucky Agazuma, expressed its intention to visit the International Organization for Migration, IOM, in Athens to explore further partnerships on migration programs. The Nigerian ambassador in Athens endorsed the initiative to send in a consular officer to accompany the DG on the visit, demonstrating full support for Edo State's migration agenda. This strategic engagement with the Nigerian embassy in Athens reinforced diplomatic collaboration in addressing migration challenges and protecting Edo citizens abroad in line with the vision and mission of the Governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okpebholo. The agreement reached will no doubt enhance migration management efforts, ensure the welfare of stranded and incarcerated Nigerians, and promote safe and legal migration pathways. The Edo State Migration Agency boss, Honorable Lucky Agazuma, while saying the agency remains committed to continuous engagement with relevant stakeholders to achieve sustainable migration solutions, also appreciated the Nigerian ambassador to Greece, Ayoluta Ogbomode, for her support and desire to give all necessary assistance to the Edo State Migration Agency. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
The Nigerian Senate has directed the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to comply with a Supreme Court ruling that mandates the restoration of the Anosha North State constituency in Delta State. The decision follows a motion put forth by Senator Ned Nwankwo, representing Delta North, emphasizing the necessity of adhering to the court's decision. BeeTv News Osarigwe Agwebo reports.
During Senate discussions, lawmaker voiced concerns that the constituency suspension had deprived its residents of appropriate representation in Delta State House of Assembly.
Mr. President, the abolition or suspension of certain state constituencies across the country has actually deprived the people of proper representation and caused a level of imbalance in the political equation of some of these states. And because INEC is a creation of the law, it is expected that once the court has ruled in favor of the restoration of suppressed constituencies, it should be taken as automatic.
Mr. President, I rise to move the motion for the restoration of Anyocha North 2 state constituency pursuant to Supreme Court judgment. Ogodo towns in Anyocha North local government area of Delta State initiated a legal action at the Federal High Court Asaba, seeking the restoration of the Anyocha North 2 state constituency. Also notes that although the Federal High Court dismissed the originating summons, the Court of Appeal, Benin Division, on the 22nd of November 2017, delivered judgment in favor of the people, ordering the restoration of Anyocha North 2 state constituency and directing the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC.
We have a similar situation in the Isoko North local government. There was a constituency, then after the 1999 constitution, those constituencies were removed. So we are in court to reinstate such constituencies because that deprives our people the opportunity, like every other constituency or local government, to have 2 or 3 constituencies. And for my own particular case, Isoko North, we have only one constituency in that local government, state constituency in that local government, which is bigger than most other local government that has 2 or 3 constituencies. So we are in court, and the population supports that. So what he's saying is correct in most places, especially in Delta State, sir.
Once the Supreme Court make pronouncement, it's like making a law. So in this case, there's a pronouncement by the Supreme Court that this should be done. And once you have that done, you know that as a lawyer, that must be implemented. So this is a problem. Even in the US, there's what they call judicial activism. That is, when the Supreme Court makes such a pronouncement, it becomes law. It becomes law. So as far as I'm concerned here, as far as this issue is concerned, if it's very sure that the Supreme Court has made pronouncement, then by our system, we don't need to go through another constitutional amendment, alteration, because the Supreme Court has spoken.
In his remarks, President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, stressed the importance of restoring the constituency before the next Delta State House of Assembly elections.
I approve that the Independent National Electoral Commission complies with this resolution by ensuring that the restoration of Anyocha North 2 state constituency of Delta State takes effect in the next House of Assembly election after the current life of the current Delta State House of Assembly, in compliance with Section 115 of the Constitution. Those in support of Resolution 2 say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it.
The Senate therefore called on INEC to implement the Supreme Court verdict without further delay. Osarigwe Agwebo reporting for BeeTv News.
Imo State has taken a major step in its digital transformation journey with a strategic partnership between Imo Digital City and the U.S. Market Sensor Access. Apologize for that. The U.S. Market Access Center, USMAC, a top Silicon Valley-based startup accelerator. The agreement aims to connect Imo's tech ecosystem with global opportunities, fostering innovation, investment, and job creation. Best Orator reports.
A new era for Imo State's digital economy as Governor Hope Uzodinma and Chris Berry, Managing Director of USMAC, formalized a partnership set to position Imo Digital City on the global tech map. According to Governor Uzodinma, the collaboration will provide training, knowledge transfer, and access to international investors, accelerating the state's digital growth.
The signing of this agreement, we are moving Imo State very close to our digital industrialization program. What we're trying to do is to enable multinational companies with global name recognition to partner with Imo State in our determination to create jobs, reduce.
For USMAC, this partnership reflects its commitment to expanding technology innovation beyond Silicon Valley, empowering startups and entrepreneurs in Imo State.
The governor's various, upskill initiatives. And our goal is to create a next generation of world-class startup founders here in Imo, because we have unbelievably high expectations of them. Our belief is that these people can create companies with new, innovative solutions that can not just solve the problems that are present here, but that are present across all of Nigeria, West Africa, all of Africa, and honestly, the world.
With this milestone agreement, Imo State is not just embracing digital transformation, but taking bold steps towards an innovation-driven economy that will attract investment, create jobs, and drive technological advancement. Rebecca Goffey, reporting for BeeTv News.
I'm sorry for that. The report which you just seen was taken by Rebecca Goffey, not Best Orator. Now, the Kano state government has maintained that Muhammadu Sanusi II remains the 16th MI of Kano, despite a recent ruling by the Court of Appeal, Abuja Division. The state Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, Haruna Issa Dederi, clarified that the ruling does not overturn Sanusi reinstatement. Dederi addressed journalists on Friday, explaining that the Court of Appeal has earlier affirmed the state government's decision to reinstate Sanusi in a judgment delivered on January 10, 2025. He noted that the same court cannot reverse its own ruling, emphasizing that the only Supreme Court has the authority to do so. His statement was in response to an appeal filed by Alhaji Aminu Babadan Agundi, a kingmaker loyal to the 15th MI of Kano, Aminu Ado Bayero. Sanusi II was removed as MI of Kano on March 9, 2020, under former Governor Abdullahi Ganduje administration, which accused him of insubordination and conflict with the government. After his dethronement, he was sent into exile in Nasarawa State. However, in May 2024, Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf repealed that Kano State Emirate Council Law 2019, which has divided the emirate into 5 smaller ones. This decision restored Sanusi as the sole MI of Kano, overturning the previous governor's action. On January 10, 2025, the Court of Appeal in Abuja, led by Justice Muhammad Mustafa, nullified a federal high court ruling that has challenged the Kano state government's authority under the new Emirate Council law. This ruling confirmed Sanusi's reinstatement. However, Dan Agudun took the case to the Supreme Court and requested a delay in implementing the judgment until a final decision is made. The Pan-Niger Delta Forum, PANDEF, has threatened to dissolve its Peace and Reconciliation Committee if a key figure in the River State political crisis fails to honor its invitation. Chairman of the Peace and Reconciliation Committee, former Akwa Ibom State Governor Obang Victor Atta, urged President Bola Tinubu to persuade the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, to engage in dialogue. The reports.
Founded in 2016, PANDEF has become the voice of the people of Niger Delta. These are difficult times for the group. PANDEF is alarmed by the protracted political crisis in Rivers State, which appears to have defied resolution. A press briefing in Abuja, the chairman of PANDEF's Peace and Reconciliation Committee, Obong Victor Atta, a former governor of Akwa Ibom State, shared details of recent visit to President Bola Tinubu. The group has sought the president's intervention to help reconcile Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara and the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike. The elder statesman expressed sadness that the Minister Wike has refused to meet with the committee's warnings that disbanding the committee and withdrawal from the peace process could have dire consequences.
Made it clear to Mr. President that there was a need for him to impress upon the key personalities involved, one of whom is his cabinet minister.
The tension escalated after Nyesom Wike's comments on his recent media chat following the groups to President Bola Tinubu. Dr. Godknows Igali, PANDEF's chairman, described Wike's remark as both shocking and unfortunate.
We cannot end this conversation on the work of the Peace Committee without speaking on the very shocking, unfortunate, and disparaging statements that were made by our son, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory. When we left the president, there was a rekindled hope for peace in Rivers State. We were therefore surprised that less than 24 hours after the president had received this delegation, the Minister of FCT held the media chat where he went to town to disparage PANDEF, and His Excellency Obong Atta has already spoken on some of the things he said, that PANDEF, a regional body made up of kings, monarchs, traditional rulers, some of the people most revered in this country.
Dr. Igali went on to urge the President, Bola Tinubu, to step in and ensure that Wike retracts his inflammatory statements. He emphasized the need for the minister to show respect to traditional rulers and eminent Nigerians who were his guests during the peace process. As the quest for peace continues to elude Rivers State, PANDEF mills to withdraw from the reconciliation process, adding to the urgency of the situation. The organization believes that peace is essential for the greater good. Harmony Agbafo reporting for BeeTv News.
Trees in many societies are regarded as very important to the environment due to the many benefits they offer. Members of the public gave an overview on some importance and benefits of trees in the environment in this report done by Glorious Isirime.
In selected public places within the Benin metropolis, such as the King's Square, a few number of trees were sighted. This may be due to the recognition and acknowledgement of the importance of trees to the environment by the...
For the tree to check the wind, it checks the wind. It helps you to protect your house. And also it gives you shade. Maybe in the hot afternoon you can go under it if there are umbrella tree or so.
What we're talking about that to plant a tree, it will prevent stones. Wherever the breeze blowing, we have to prevent stones. It will make the environment to be this nice and cool.
It build a shade in our environment so that you can see that it cool the environment.
Plant tree to protect. Some could protect heavy wind, and according to medical encyclopedia, planting of tree could help us to have wood to cook too, and make the environment to be very friendly.
The importance of trees like the house, like, is to make every environment deal. The environment will deal calm. To plant tree in your house is very, very important.
What I believe in planting trees in the environment, trees bring beautification in the environment sometimes, and at the same time, when there is heat like sun, trees work as shade in the environment. You understand? Trees are plants from God that makes the environment look beautiful and all that.
Others explained that trees are ideal at home surroundings to protect their houses from heavy winds and storms, and also for beautification of the environment.
The benefits of the trees in the environment is very important because sometimes when there is a heavy rain, it protects the buildings because you will the buildings very well because those trees are in form of guiding those buildings, and no matter what, those trees will really protect a lot of things
to damage, because when there's no trees, you see that there will be real obstacles, there will be problems. So that's why they are advising a lot of people plant trees so that it will help.
Regarding the various benefits and more, trees are attributed to adding to the comfort and beautification of the environment. Glorious Isiramen reporting for BeeTv News.
No doubt many people are familiar with honey. Some cannot do without the use of honey on a daily or weekly basis. But what are the healthy benefits of honey? BeeTv News' Pelumi Mukore, who spoke with a medical practitioner, reports that honey is not just for eating only, but can be used to dress wounds and also used for health benefits. The report.
Honey has its many health benefits, which includes its antibacterial, antioxidant, and anti-inflammatory properties. It is also a natural sweetener that can be used in many foods and home remedies. Honey is also used as an alternative medicine for treatment. It can be added to tea instead of sugar when sick. Speaking with BeeTv News, Dr. Divine, a medical practitioner at Christ Medical Center, stated that honey isn't only limited to eating, but also used to heal wounds faster.
Honey has various purposes in the body. In the body itself, it has antioxidant properties, so it helps prevent what we call cell damage. So it's good for the body. Often when you take it to reduce all these cell damage, instead of people getting all these antioxidant tea and all that, so you get the antioxidants ability from the honey. It improves digestive system because it helps prevent all these bloating and irritable bowel disease like diarrhea and everything. It helps in that. It also contains it also prevents antibacterial. It has antibacterial property when you ingest it. And some people have said it helps improve sleep. It improves brain function. It improves memory, and it helps in proper function of the muscles, because of the different properties it contains. Some
respondents who also spoke with BeeTv News stated some of the ways honey has improved their health, such as clear eyesight, sharpness of the brain, etc.
Clear many things for body. They give person good health. They, like when cough old person, when you drink honey, they clear, they cool. Other people may get ulcer. They cool, so may therefore feel chop food.
The benefits of honey, it builds the cells in the body, the cell tissues in the body. Honey is very good. Most people take honey for their pap. Mostly the doctor has recommended honey for those who are diarrhea, or the patient. Doctor recommend a good honey for them to take instead of sugar.
Honey is very good for the body, as in for the physical fitness of your body. Then it also cools the brain.
Actually, honey is very sweet. So normally doctors are advised us to take honey instead of sugar. Let me say it's very working on body. Actually,
honey contains vitamins, minerals, amino acids, iron, zinc, and antioxidants. It's also rich in nutrients. Pelumi Mukoro reporting for BeeTv News.
Baza University, Abuja, has commemorated its 14th Founders Day, reaffirming its commitment to academic excellence, innovation, and leadership development. Esohe Osewenge reports.
The event brought together distinguished scholars, policy makers, and students to reflect on the institution's remarkable journey and its vision for the future. The founder and chancellor of the institution, Senator Dr. Dati Baba Hamid, who spoke virtually, reaffirmed the institution's unwavering commitment to academic distinction, research excellence, and national development, encouraging students to uphold the values of integrity and knowledge. In her welcome address, Vice Chancellor Professor Jamila Shuhara alleged the university's evolution from its modest beginnings in 2011 to a leading institution in Nigeria's higher education landscape.
In our 14 years of operation, we celebrate today the following. We have 9 faculties today. The Faculty of Management and Social Sciences, the Faculty of Law, the Faculty of Engineering, the Faculty of Environmental Sciences, the Faculty of Computing and Information Technology, the Faculty
keynote address was delivered by Dr. Ruben Abati, a renowned journalist and public intellectual who spoke on leadership in a disruptive era, ethics, accountability, and the future of governance in Nigeria. Dr. Abati underscored the importance of ethical leadership, transparency, and innovation in governance, urging stakeholders to embrace progressive reforms.
Ability to respond effectively to crisis determines the level of public trust in governance. Further, leadership must leverage technological advancements to improve governance efficiency. E-governance initiatives, digital record and data-driven decision-making can enhance transparency and reduce bureaucratic inefficiencies. The integration of technology into governance.
Esohe Osemegi, reporting for BeeTv News.
From the nation's capital, where President Bola Tinubu says he fully understands what Nigerians are going through, but that a present economic reform is necessary to build a resilient country and guarantee the children's future. The president said this when he received a Catholic Bishop Conference of Nigeria and highlighted the importance of citizens and leaders investing in the nation to build a strong society in the request to return mission schools that governments have taken over. President Bola Tinubu says schools are substantial entities not owned by the federal government. Most Reverend Lucius Ugochi, the Archbishop, and the CBCN president, who led a delegation of 20 bishops from across the country, said they were at the State House to congratulate the president on his victory.
There's no religious basis. There's no religious connotation. No identity. It affects all. And we must fight it together. I want to be able to collaborate, work with you. Look at where we can, uplift our people. This is a great country, and we have to invest in the development of this country.
We came with the final fruits of our deliberations, and we share them with you. In the light of this, we humbly appeal to your support, to enable us to contribute meaningfully to the advancement of medical education and healthcare in our nation.
Benin City residents have hailed the effectiveness of technology in the education system, citing its ability to simplify learning, facilitate easy access to information, and make educational resources more accessible. The report.
In an interview with BeeTv News, respondents said education needs more technology now as it accelerates access to knowledge. They said students can conduct research and pursue personal development independently, using the internet and artificial intelligence to gain deeper insights. This, they say, fosters resourcefulness, bridges the information gap, and enables online degree programs.
Once you access the internet wherever you are, you can lay hold on information without, that's already a positive, that's already a plus to education. You can be aware of something that you ordinarily would not have been able or probably have access to, like in the remote areas. They have access to some information because of the advantage of technology. So that's an advantage, that's a positive.
And what does technology do in education? It takes you faster and closer to what you need to know. That's the reason why sometimes when you give an assignment now to students in school, without the teacher, they can do personal development through technology. Then through the AI, they can go deeper, knowing more about what they need to know about the subject. Now with technology, we can do things freely. There's this AI humans that you can just, without doing anything, you can just send that thing to go and do something for you. So I believe with the technology, it's in education very, very good, and it's helping.
Others encouraged Edo State government to continue incorporating technology into the education system. They cited the success of the Edo Basic Education Sector Transformation Edo Best program, which has trained over 11,000 teachers and head teachers on using modern technology. The respondents urged the governor to build on this momentum, leveraging technology to improve education quality, accessibility, and affordability.
The government of the day in Edo State, which is the person of Senator Monday Okpeolo, has come to really make that technology in terms of education work well. We believe with the years that the governor has put on ground, that technology that has been going on in Nigeria, in the world, I believe Edo is going to drive it.
While technology has its drawback, its potential to revolutionize education cannot be overstated. As respondents have emphasized, harnessing technology can bridge the knowledge gap, increase accessibility, and enhance learning outcomes. Gifts Uwagbo reporting for BeeTv News.
And now to the foreign scene, where UK Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer told world leaders that Russian President Vladimir Putin will have to join peace talks sooner or later during a virtual summit on Ukraine. Also, President Donald Trump has clarified his past statement about ending the Russia-Ukraine war within 24 hours, saying he was being a little bit sarcastic. BeeTv News Global News correspondent Rebecca Goffey tells us more on this and other story from the foreign scene.
Starmer accused Putin of trying to delay a peace agreement and said world leaders must be ready to defend any potential deal. The meeting included representatives from 26 countries, including Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and French President Emmanuel Macron. The summit aimed to push the U.S. to guarantee Ukraine's future security. Earlier this week, Putin set conditions for a ceasefire, but Zelensky dismissed them as manipulative. Meanwhile, President Donald Trump has clarified his past statements about ending the Russia-Ukraine war within 24 hours, saying he was being a little bit sarcastic. Trump made the comment in an interview for Full Measure set to air on Sunday. He explained that while he may have exaggerated, his goal remains to settle the conflict and believes he will be successful. While asked what would happen if Russian President Vladimir Putin refuses a ceasefire, Trump said it would be bad news for this world because of the ongoing loss of life. However, he added that he believes Putin will agree as he knows him well. The captain of a cargo ship involved in a deadly collision in the North Sea has appeared in court charged with gross negligence manslaughter. The crash happened on Monday at around 10 a.m. local time, 10 a.m. GMT off the East Yorkshire coast between the Portuguese-flagged Solong and the U.S.-registered tanker Stena Immaculate. One crew member from the Solong, 38-year-old Mark Angelo Pena, is missing and presumed dead. The ship's captain, 59-year-old Vladimir Martin from Russia, was arrested on Monday and formally charged on Friday. He appeared in Hull Magistrate Court but did not enter a plea. He was remanded in custody and will appear in London's Central Criminal Court on April 14. And lastly, from the global scene, Elon Musk announced that SpaceX Starship rocket will head to Mars by the end of next year, with human landings possible by 2029, though 2031 is more likely. Starship, the tallest rocket ever built at 123 meters, is key to Musk's goal of colonizing Mars. However, recent test flights have seen multiple failures, including a rocket explosion last week, the second this year. SpaceX is investigating the cause, while the Federal Aviation Administration (FAA) has ordered a review before further flights. NASA plans to use a modified version of Starship for its Artemis missions to the moon. Musk also revealed that the first Mars mission will carry Tesla's humanoid robot Optimus, which could eventually perform everyday tasks. And that's it from the global scene. Rebecca Goffey reporting for BeeTv News.
Nigerian-born artist Mazi, formerly known as Possibility Juju, blends heartfelt emotion with Afrofusion sounds in his latest release. Mazi's real name is Zuata Matthew Audu, a Nigerian singer, songwriter, and legal scholar, has officially dropped his latest single, Wait, a memorizing long song that showcases his signature blend of Afrofusion rhythms and soul-stirring melodies. BeeTv News Gifts Uwagboy has details of this and more from the entertainment world.
Following the success of his debut single, Duro, Mazi continues to channel his passion for music into storytelling that resonates with listeners worldwide. Wait is an enchanting tale of love and devotion, wrapped in a smooth instrumentals and compelling lyrics that capture the magic of romance. Born and raised in Edo State, Nigeria, Mazi's journey has been defined by resilience, determination, and a deep-seated love for music. Currently pursuing a degree in international law in Cyprus, he masterfully balances his academic aspiration with his artistic drive. Despite facing industry challenges, including rejection, discrimination, and scams, Mazi remains steadfast in his mission to make an impact in the music world. Beyond music, Mazi's interests span cooking, investing, and advocating for consistency in all aspects of life. His dedication to growth and self-improvement is evident in his evolving sound and lyrical depth. With Wait, Mazi invites fans into an immersive sonic experience, one that celebrates love, connection, and enchantment that comes with finding that special someone. The single is now available in all major streaming platforms. Rapper Kendrick Lamar has broken the record for the most simultaneous #1s across Billboard charts in a single week with 24. Singer Beyonce set the record 2 years ago with 23 #1s following the release of her critically acclaimed album Renaissance. Kendrick Lamar has since mid-last year recorded a new level of commercial success following his hip-hop beef with Canadian rapper Drake. His new album GNS is currently the #1 album on the Billboard 200 charts. His song Luther featuring SZA is #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart for the 3rd week. Lastly, on entertainment, controversial social media critic Martins Vincent Ose, popularly known as Very Dark Man, has reacted after a chief magistrate court in Wuse Zone 6 Abuja a bench warrant for his arrest for criminal defamation of the reputation of gospel artist Mercy Chinwo. Magistrate Emmanuel Iyana issued the bench warrant on Thursday, March 13, 2025, when Very Dark Man failed to appear before the magistrate following a court summons issued on March 5, 2025 for him to do so. Reacting to the bench warrant for his arrest via Instagram story, Very Dark Man, who is currently abroad, dared security agencies to arrest him at the airport when he returned to Nigeria. He boasted that he was conversant with being arrested. And that's it on entertainment news tonight. Gift Uwagwe reporting for BeeTv News.
Super Eagles forward and Galatasaray striker Victor Osimhen turned up in style again for the Turkish Giants on Friday with a hat-trick in their 4-0 win within Galatasaray and Antalyaspor, sending warning signals to Nigerian opponents in the upcoming World Cup qualifier. Let's now join our sport news correspondent Freeman Osawe, who has this and more from the sports scene.
Osimhen's performance also sent him to the top of the Turkish Super League scorer chart with 20 goals, as Galatasaray also opened a 10-point gap ahead of Fenerbahce, who have played 2 games less ahead of the international break. The Nigerian striker opened scoring the match day 27 encounter by meeting Alvaro Morata's pinpoint far post pass, slamming the ball home to give Galatasaray a 1-0 lead. A second came on the stroke of half-time, courtesy of a brilliant delivery from Baris Opa Yilmaz down the right, which Osimhen dispatched with precision to make it 3-0 after he handed Morata the opportunity to double the lead from the penalty spot moment earlier. Andriva to face Sabalenka in India West final. Rising Russian star Mira Andriva became the first 17-year-old player to reach the women's final at Indian West since 2001 after overcoming the defending champion Iga Swiatek in the last 4. She beat the world #2 for the second time as many tournaments after knocking her out at the quarterfinal stage in Dubai in February on her way to become the youngest winner of a WTA 1000 tournament. Andriva extended her winning streak to 11 matches as she bounced back from losing a one-sided second set to beat the experienced Pole 7-6, 7-1, 1-6, 6-3. She will face top seed Arina Sabalenka in the final after the Belarusian avenged her defeat by American Madison Keys at the Australian Open in brutal fashion to win 6-0, 6-1. Lando Norris Oscar Piastri made it the McLaren 1-2 in qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix, while Lewis Hamilton took it on his Ferrari debut. Norris and Piastri made life difficult for themselves with mistakes on their first laps in the final part of qualifying, but both produced strong laps on their final runs. Britton Norris beat Australian Piastri by 0.084 seconds as both knocked early pace setter Max Verstappen Red Bull down to 3rd in Melbourne. Verstappen improved on his final run despite brushing the gravel in the fast chicane at turns 9 and 10 and ended up 0.385 seconds off the pace, but managed to stay ahead of Mercedes George Russell in 4th position. And that's it on Sport News. Freeman Osawe reporting for BeeTv News.
And that is the size of our news package for tonight. Many thanks for joining us on BeeTv Major News at 6. My name still remains Evelyn Izibili. Thank you and good night.